Hello and welcome to this video. So guys, my name is Person. This is a World Tanks review on the Cromwell, which is of course the tier 6 medium tank on the British street. And it is a beast tank. I for ages wanted it. When playing against it, it seemed really good, so just decided to grind through, and it is a bit of a grind. I think I have both the previous tanks before. I think I have videos up on my channel of those. If not, definitely a tier 4 and a tier 5 won't be very long. But yeah, this is an awesome tank. Obviously the Cromwell is just, when you're playing against it, you should know it for its speed, constant damage, and it's a really fun looking tank. So I was like, yeah, screw it, I'll go for it, and finally got it, and it is actually awesome. I'm going to run through stats and I'll sort of talk to you a bit more in depth about it. So this is with the final upgrade on it, and first you have 750 hit points, an engine power of 650, a speed limit of 34 kilometers an hour, a traverse speed of 36, a hull armor of 64, 32, 32, a turret armor of 76, 64 and 57, a standard shell damage of 101 to 169, a standard shell penetration of 109 to 181, a rate of fire of 15.38, a turret traverse speed of 48, a view range of 360, and a signal range of 550. Okay, so basically those stats mean hit points aren't too bad. That's really not too bad. At tier 6, normally the most damage people are doing to you is in like an M6 or like a Jagdpanzer, so you're doing like 200 to 250 damage. So if you're in tier 6, that's not too bad. And obviously if there's very few tier 6, it's going to be awesome for you. Obviously as soon as you go into tier 7, then you're going to be getting like 300 damage guns, and like every tank's going to be able to do 200 damage at least. So it's a bit of a pain, but also, so you've got speed limit there, 64 kilometers an hour, which is insane. It's just so fast at this tier. It gets around loads of tanks. So if you can sort of like isolate a tank destroyer and get behind him, that's one of the best things with this tank. And then that final upgrade with the gun gives you like a decent fire rate, decent damage, decent penetration. So it's an awesome bit of kit. And of course, being as fast as it is and being a light tank, you can sort of maneuver around people, out-turn things. So like a lot of the American tank destroyers have a really slow turret traverse, so if you get around them and just keep pestering them, and they don't have that much health, so you can easily take them down. And one of the things I find really strange about British tanks, I don't know if it's just me or it's just they have a little bit less XP, but you don't really notice, is to get the upgrades, they don't take long at all. On the Churchill 7, I got the upgrades ridiculously quickly. On that, on this, I got it ridiculously quickly, and it's worth getting the upgrades as well. They are awesome. But yeah, like I said before, so I'm going to sort of run through some tips and some advice with it. And like I said before, with the getting around slower turning tanks or hull lock tanks, it's really good at doing that. And of course, you can then just penetrate their weaker points. But it's a beast for trying to spot people as well. Like you see this gameplay, I play quite aggressive, get right on a bank, and that's awesome. If you think about wide park, I think it's what's called. If you think about that one, you can do that a lot. So it's pretty awesome. Spotting people, obviously, because you've got a lot of pace, so you can get right up to them and then retreat back. But you want to sort of play quite. I like to play quite aggressive at the start, and then just act as a support role for the rest of it. So as your heavy tanks are moving right up through the middle, you just sort of sit on the side, and then you can like just keep peeking over, spot them for your heavy tanks or your tank destroyers. They can do damage, and you can just get in with a couple of shots, get your medals. But also with this tank, like a lot of the other tanks, it's great for capping bases. So well, bases, I guess. So defend bases. Go help capture bases. Again, this is something I always say with these sort of tanks as well. Go and support your teammates. So if they need support on the other side of the map, and of course you've got a decent gun, and if you can just like pick up a few shots, you could do like roughly 150 damage most of the time. So you're doing 300 damage in 2 shots, which is awesome. So it's a really effective tank, really effective what it does. It's a bit of a pain, obviously. A medium tank doesn't do loads of damage, has a decent amount of health, so it just balances itself out. But you don't want to get stuck out there. With this tank, I don't normally get damaged as in engine or tracks, which is quite nice. It's just one of those tanks that just doesn't sort of happen. Some tanks are just really prone to it, but this one is alright. But that's probably about it. If you have any tips, guys, on this tank, let me know your tips. Let me know what you think about this tank, if you're using it, if you have used it. Let me know if you're looking forward to it as well, because I really enjoy it. It's a fun tank to use. It's needed a lot of XP now for the next one. I think it's the Comet, but yeah. As soon as I get that, guys, you'll know. And thanks for watching my videos, guys, and I'll see you next time.